we had the brilliant idea to head south for the winter, pretty much like everyone else did, to escape the cold. But guess what? We escaped it all right. The highs are in the mid-80s, and guys, this is February in Florida. Come on, Florida, give us a break. But we're at Long Pine Key Campground in the Everglades National Park, and I got my t-shirt.
That's just an excuse to get like her t-shirts and magnets and stickers and pins and all that crap. Supposedly for the content, I don't think so.
It's all for you guys, you know it is. But even though it's the high in the 80s, look at this beautiful campground. It's natural, it's gorgeous. You're gonna love this tour.
Now we're gonna give you a video tour of Long Pine Key Campground here in the Everglades National Park. We're gonna include other stuff to do nearby like hiking and biking and rollerblading. We're gonna visit the Nike missile site and we're gonna check out some gators. Now we're also gonna show you some tips about the campground itself during the site-to-site tour. Now use the chapters down below to skip to the section of the video that you're interested in most.
Everglades National Park has over 1 million acres that covers 3 counties. The park is the largest tropical wilderness in the U.S., the largest wilderness of any kind east of the Mississippi River, and is the 3rd largest national park in the contiguous United States. An average of 1 million people visit the park each year. This visitor center is named after Ernest F. Coe, who, in 1928, initiated a proposal for a national park to be located within the lower Everglades of South Florida. Legislation was signed by President Roosevelt in 1934, but wasn't established as a national park until 1947. It has a large shop with a small indoor educational area as well as a viewing deck out back. The Royal Palm area used to be the Royal Palm State Park, which started in 1916 with about 2,000 acres, half given by Mrs. Flagler. By 1921, about 2,000 more acres had been donated by the state. Then it became a state park in the 1940s before it became the nucleus of Everglades National Park. It has a small shop but has 2 very popular trails, the Anhinga Trail and the Gumbo Limbo. This is no urban myth. Grab a tarp found in a bin next to the restrooms to protect your wipers and rubber window trim from those pesky vultures. Anhinga Trail is a 0.8-mile loop on pavement and boardwalks. The Everglades is the only place in the world where alligators and crocodiles exist side by side. Not that we saw any crocodiles, but we sure did see some big gators. The Gumbo Limbo Trail is a 0.4-mile loop with a moderate shade and a variety of subtropical trees. But it's of course named after this beautiful Gumbo Limbo. The Nike missile site was also called Alpha Battery or HM69. Make a reservation or go during the visitor hours self-guided tour. Because of the seriousness of the Cuban Missile Crisis in 1962, Everglades National Park managers issued the U.S. Army a permit to build a base within the park. Construction of the site by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers was completed in 1965. The site remains virtually the same as it was when official use of the site ended in 1979. The Nike Hercules missile site was listed on the U.S. Department of the Interior Register of the Historic Places on July 27, 2004 as a historic district.
When staying at the Long Pine Key Campground, there are lots of trails to enjoy. I took this trail here, which is called the Long Pine Key Nature Trail. It's 6 miles out to this little lake and 6 miles back. It's a dual use hiking and bicycle trail. You definitely want to have a bicycle set up for trail riding. It's a very rough trail, and there's several sections I had to ride through water, so a road bike would not be appropriate here. The Long Pine Key Campground is located about 30 minutes west of Florida City in the Everglades National Park. Now you get to the campground by taking Florida's Turnpike where it ends in Florida City. Then you connect to State Road 9336, which is also called the Ingram Highway, and you take that west until you get to the campground. I'm going to switch over to the campground map. Now remember, this campground is dry camping only. There's no water, no electric, and no sewer. So the first thing you do is pull into this loop right here. It's the dump station and potable water area. Fill up with water and then pull up to the campground kiosk, which is right here at the entrance. Your site will be assigned to you when you check in at the kiosk. Now the campground is arranged into different loops, A through K. This site-by-site tour will focus on A through I, which are the RV sites. J and K are tent only. Now I'm also going to show the outside loop sites, and I'm going to show the inside loop sites. Now the sites are marked by color here. So depending on the size rig you have and what you made at reservation, those will be notated by color. And those will also be notated on each site in the site-to-site tour. Now when watching the site-to-site tour, pay close attention to the orientation of the sites in each loop. Now when we first checked in, we were assigned a site. We drove up to it and it just did not match our rig. It was more set up for a Class A pulling straight in. So we went back to the kiosk, asked them for a list of other sites that we could check into, and then we checked them out, and then we came back and made our choice. The campground has separate bathrooms and shower stations located throughout the campground.
would give anything to hold you now. In colored dreams I see a dark green line. I still remember every sleepless night. But in your arms I sleep like a baby, come hold me tight. I would give anything to hold you now. In colored dreams I see a dark green line. I still remember every sleepless night. But in your arms I sleep like a baby, come hold me tight. Lost in each other's eyes, down by the riverside. Lured me in, warm and soft between sheets. The morning light's breaking, wandering on your skin. But the way I feel is the way I ride. I will be the greatest man of your life. You're so incredibly beautiful tonight. Would you give anything to hold me now? Do you see dark green lights in your dreams somehow? Do you remember every sleepless night? If you were me, you would feel the fire that burns tonight. You are like gold dust over me, just like an angel setting me free. Where are you now? Do you feel safe? I don't need an answer, just need some space. Don't let me darken your front door. That is not what I came here for. Do you still carry all that weight? Don't need an answer, just need a debate. Don't stop before it's over. The weight is off your shoulder. Everything we fear will go away. You said it's a promise. I said that I doubt that. I'm your only reason to stay. Darkness has robbed me of my sight. Hold on to what I believe in the light. Are you doing well? Do you feel fine?
We hope you enjoyed this virtual tour of the Everglades National Park and Long Pine Key Campground.
Now, have you stayed at Long Pine Key Campground or any of the campgrounds in the Everglades? Please share your experiences in the comments.
You can also let me know on Facebook and Instagram.
Now, if you like this kind of content, we do lots of campground tours like this. We do RV DIY and lots of full-time RV living experiences. If you like that, please consider subscribing to our channel to the link right down here. Now, I'm also going to leave a link up over here for something for you to check out next, some of our craziness. And remember,
downsizing still makes sense.